Alright, I hope you guys are still awake. I'm not talking shit on Suspiria, but, you know, it's a good movie to fall asleep to. I don't know. You guys, Suspiria, just to kind of go back to it, is the first of the trilogy, I guess, Three Mothers, as Argento refers to it, followed by Inferno from 1980 and 2007 Mother of Tears. Pretty good in their own right. Don't go watch Argento's Dracula, by the way. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. But anyways, guys, as always, send your suggestions, your hate mail, your email, everything to AndroidVision666 at AOL.com. Tweet me at AndroidVirus. And go like the people that put us up in these digs here, man. The guys who finance this whole thing, theintestinalfortitude.com. The silent backers of what we do on theintestinalfortitude.com are some really good guys. I've never met them. All I know is I just get a check in the mail every month for 50 cents. That's right, guys. All right, so we got a couple of, we got some letters that we printed out here from our email. I like reading them from paper better. There's just this feel and a touch to it. To AndroidVision666 at AOL.com from Rockport_Joe at Hotmail. Dylan Android Virus, I love the show. Was just curious as to how a meth addict can afford such a nice setup. Also, you thought about having some guests on? Joe from Rockport. Well, I have Joe from Rockport. We were supposed to have a guest on today. As always, you know what all of our guests do. They always cancel out at the last minute. I guess
hard to get out here.
The drive, right? The drive and the tent city that's accumulating out there. But I'm going to have to eventually kick these fucking cunts off the land here so I can get some guests. I hope possibly in a couple of weeks, maybe we're going to have, I don't know, there's a band strolling through. There's a couple of bands strolling through between California and on their way to Texas. And they're driving straight through Arizona, through New Mexico to Texas, skipping those two states playing because nobody wants to watch them play. Not because they're bad bands, it's just because, you know, people in these states don't really know good music.
You know, this is how the Manson family got started. Are we trying to start a new one here?
I don't know. But hopefully we'll have a couple of bands on. I'm not saying that we're gonna set drums up here and they're gonna play guitar. Maybe we'll do an acoustic set. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. If they have acoustic guitars, maybe they could sing a song or two on Android Vision.
I don't know if we have enough plugs for their acoustic guitars.
All right. Android Virus from Last Gimp on the Left. Last Gimp on the Left. That threw me off a little bit. I was like, I had to piece it together. Last Gimp on the Left. What are your most lusted after horror actresses? I know I've shot a few out to. Wait, am I reading this? I know I shot a few out to Heather Langenkamp in my time. Hotter When Scared, Nightmare on Cum Street. That's really funny. Heather Langenkamp didn't really do much for me. Just didn't. I don't know if it was the time that the movie was made. She didn't do a lot for me, and I'm trying to go back to the 80s. Horror chicks. I gotta go back to the 70s, man. I mean, I really do. Any chick that Lucio Fulci put in his movie is beautiful. Any Italian chicks that they put in their movies were beautiful. All those women, phenomenal. There's also a lot of English horror films. Go back to the Hammer horror films. Beautiful women in every single one of them. I don't know a goddamn name, but they're all beautiful. Take the 80s away. There's some chicks in the 80s that were okay, but they really were more into those teen romp sex comedy films. Not anything horror. There's some hot chicks in I guess you could say Friday the 13th. There's a couple hotties, but not even the remaining girls in the Friday the 13th movies were hot. They were kind of like the half dykey virgin chicks. that survived in those ones. So, I don't know. I didn't really care. I'm more partial to the 70s girls. I don't know why. Maybe just because that's when I was born. I don't know. Maybe I got mother issues. I don't know. So there you go, man. Heather Langenkamp? Not really. Not my type. She could have used some hair relaxer, I feel. I have the feel that she had a huge muff.
SOS pads down low.
Something like that. All right, guys. To AndroidVision666 at AOL.com from NM_Nathan at Yahoo.com. AndroidVision, balls. I love balls. Love Nathan from New Mexico. All right, Nathan. That's cool. Awesome. I hope you love balls. Great.
Giant balls.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. Okay, cool. Awesome. And at Android Virus from M Madness2211. Do you have... Oh, wait. Who do you have picked for your Final Four brackets this month? I have to go with the Tar Heels, although there is always an issue with the Duke. Hashtag March Magnus. Hashtag Tar Heels. Hashtag Final Four. I don't have anybody because I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is it?
A bracket challenge? I don't know. Is it college basketball? This isn't a sports show.
You know I follow some sports, but definitely not that. Sorry. Couldn't tell you. Basketball guy? Nope. Football guy? Nope. Baseball guy? Nope. Pro wrestling guy? Yes. MMA guy? Yes. Die Hard? No. I'd say if anything, Die Hard pro wrestling.
Well, we'll tell you our King of the Ring brackets later on.
Yeah. We'll talk about WrestleMania. How about you send me some fucking wrestling shit, and we'll talk about that all day. The reason why I'm wearing this weird mask is because, well, I can't. Should I say?
Well, I mean, it is still a legal matter. I don't know.
We're not gonna
She's
say.
gone. She's gone.
We're not going to say. All right. To AndroidVision666, this is the last one, by the way. To AndroidVision666 at AOL.com from HorrorKing43 at gmail.com. Dear Android Virus, love the show. Reminds me of great films of the past in my childhood growing up. We need more straight-to-the-point horror these days. Films that don't try to be ambiguous, like The Witch, Lords of Salem, etc. Did I just talk about this? This is not planned, by the way, guys. I know you're a fan of getting right to the point in movies, so what are some of your favorites? Well, I think I've already mentioned that if we're going to go, like, ambiguous horror. Definitely The Witch. Love Lords of Salem. Well, The Witch would be my latest favorite, as far as ambiguity is concerned. Check out a nice, creepy film called Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Great film from the 70s. A mainstay on late night horror vision shows, or whatever, spooky vision, whatever you want to fucking call them. This movie was always kind of in the rotation. It is listed as one of the scariest movies of all time, but which is really funny is it's a PG film. And Let's Scare Jessica to Death is probably one of my top ambiguous horror films. I'll have to make a list up for you guys. There's a couple of other ones that just kind of leave things open. None that I can really pull off the top of my head. If we're going into witch movies, I don't know, man. Like, some movies don't need to fucking make sense. Some horror films don't need to make sense. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to have all the ingredients of a horror film to put it in a nice fucking hamburger so you can eat it. You know what I mean? Like a Happy Meal or whatever the case may be, or McDonald's. I don't know, man. I mean, I do believe it's carte blanche. You could fucking take whatever you want, put it on there, and fucking eat it however you want, man. I think it's really good for people to debate. I think it's really good for people to come up with their own conclusions. I think that's what's awesome about art. You can interpret it any way that you see fit. I think, particularly with horror movies, sometimes you go in there and it is what it is, right? And that's great. Slasher films, that's great. alien movies, monster movies, different things like that. That's great. There's also a lot of spooky films that you're just like, fuck, what was that? You know, am I watching a film that's a nightmare? I don't know what it is. Last AndroidVision, we did Demons 2. We did The Intruder. I mean, those films are straight out. We know what they are. Demons 2 doesn't even really make any fucking sense. You know what's happening. It happens in an alternate reality or in a world that you could just, oh cool, that's what it is. I mean, it doesn't have to make sense. I don't think that my horror needs to have blood in it necessarily. There's a lot of horror films that are really spooky that have no blood in them, or you know, tits or gore or anything like that. You know, that's okay. It doesn't have to. Sometimes you can tell the story through the acting, through the script, through the atmosphere, through the music. There's a lot of different things, and hence, just like I said, we just watched Suspiria. You could take that goblin theme, and if you just put it in the right setting, that motherfucker is scary. You know, I could be walking up the street at dusk with leaves falling out of the tree, and just kind of having a weird look on my face, or even just a concerned look on my face, and you're playing that theme, and boom, it ties it together. It is what it is. So, for me, some of my favorite horror movies, we have to break it down into genre, because horror has so many genres, and they're creating new genres all the time. You know, just within the last decade or so, we have the found footage genre. And for my book, I mean, if you take the found footage, I mean, you go way back to Cannibal Holocaust, which is probably one of the first found footage films. You get elements of a found footage film in Aliens, James Cameron's Aliens, when the Marines have stuff on the camera on their head. That made for that movie a little bit spookier. You know, even though Aliens is more of an action adventure film, that was one of the more scarier elements in that film. So you have the found footage stuff. I know they try to do it with one of the goddamn Halloween movies. That just didn't work. You know, with Busta Rhymes or whoever it is. What was the ending in that one? He gave him like a super kick to the face. Motherfucker! You know, I don't know what it was. But anyways, guys. Yeah, I'm rambling now. So if I gotta go into slasher films, I mean, if we're gonna take that genre, man, there's so many I don't know if I could. I'd have to do top 10 slasher. It just goes from there. It just keeps on dividing itself and bracketing out. You know, I don't know if I could do. I'd have to do a top 10 slasher films. You got animal fucking horror films. You got, again, like we talked tonight, witch horror films. We got possession horror films. We got alien horror films. You got little monster horror films, you know, you name it. You got the Critters, you got the Gremlins, you know, you got Ghoulies, you know, you got Trolls, you know, and there's so much shit out there, guys. So much to choose from, and that's what's awesome about horror. So, again, guys, if you want to see any cool horror, you can always send those suggestions to me. We may do another episode of AndroidVision in April, possibly take May off and come back in June. And if that is the case, and if everything works out, we're going to have a summer of fun. A summer of, like I said, animal horror films and summer camp slasher films. And I'm looking forward to showing movies such as Sleepaway Camp, Madman. Who knows what else I can fucking pull out of the fucking hat with these ones. We got the vault back there. Whatever we can find in the vault. And if we can get it transferred over, we have a lot of movies that we wanted to transfer over, just not working out. But, so we'll see what happens, guys. But again, always check out theintestinalfortitude.com. You guys always, please, always and forever, tweet me at AndroidVirus. Email us at AndroidVision666@AOL.com. Good night. Enjoy your evening. Beware of witches and ninjas. There's a new genre, the Witch Ninja. Good night, guys.